We got a widening road coming up, so I'm actually gonna put it in sport mode and maybe downshift a little bit. And let's go ahead and enjoy this car. That's one thing, Infiniti definitely got this right over the Mustang. What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we've got the G37 and we're going to be doing some POV style driving. I've got my GoPro on, so let's go ahead and get in the car. We're going to drive around some nice roads. As you can see, the headlights have been clean and the car looks much cleaner with the headlights. I mean, here's the final result. Even though I washed the car only like a few days ago, it's starting to get dirty, so I feel like I have to wash it again. But I was pretty amazed with how the headlights turned out. I think they look amazing. So we're gonna be talking about this G37, what my plans are with this car, how it drives, and there's a couple of things that I actually enjoy it over the Mustang, which is, I know it's kind of shocking given how old this car is and it's down in power and everything. But there's definitely a couple things that I like about this compared to the Mustangs. And we're going to talk about how insane of a value this is, because I was just casually browsing the G37 market a couple days ago on Facebook Marketplace and cars.com, and it's insane how cheap that they have gotten. And with my example, you can kind of see how reliable they have been. Let's hop in the car and we're going to go for a quick drive with this G37. Let's fire her up. Now, let's go. The view cue sounds good too. Let me give you a couple revs. That's the stock exhaust as well. It sounds pretty good. With these cars, you have to be careful. If you modify it too much, the exhaust doesn't sound good. But if you have a stock or maybe a mild exhaust setup, I think they sound pretty amazing. All right, so we're out on the road and let's go ahead and enjoy this car. That's one thing, Infiniti definitely got this right over the Mustang. I'm in normal mode right now, but the way this car pulls, even just in a regular normal mode, is so good. The throttle is a little bit more sensitive, which I know some people don't like, but I definitely appreciate it because when you're just driving around, Mustang in a normal mode feels very sluggish, but this car, you give it gas and it just wants to go. Sport mode definitely changes things up, but normal mode is really good in this car. And aside from practicality of the G37, I think I have to say the throttle response in this is kind of like what the sport mode is on the Mustang. But the normal mode, I guess part of it has to do with this is a 328 horsepower car versus the Mustang. People don't want, Ford probably didn't want everyone crashing into the crowd who are not used to a 460 horsepower V8. So they kind of tone down the throttle a little bit in the normal mode. But in the G37, when I'm just kind of driving around, I love how it pulls you. But yeah, so let's talk about how these G37s are, in my opinion, very insane value. Like, I was just casually browsing Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist a couple days ago, just out of curiosity, like if I want to upgrade this car, if I was to sell it, how much I would get it. So in a way, it was kind of, you know, I was kind of disheartened by how cheap that they have gotten. But in a used market, if you're in the market for a reliable sedan with a 300 plus horsepower V6, this is the car to get. I was seeing high mileage example from like $5,000 to $6,000 with like with clean Carfax and all of that stuff. So if you are picking these up in the used market, I think they just offer a really good value for this money. You can get an all-wheel drive, you can get a rear-wheel drive version. You got 328 horsepower V6 engine. Yes, it's not really a tuning-friendly platform, I would say. You can tune it up. There's a lot of mods there, but of course, because it's a naturally aspirated engine compared to the BMWs of that era, you're not going to get too much power out of them, but you can still put an exhaust, you can still put an intake, and have your fun a little bit there. It's a really shame what Infiniti has pretty much gone downhill. Like after the G37, they had the Q50, which is a twin turbo V6, which was actually pretty good and very tunable platform, but they barely updated that car to stay competitive. It came out in 2014 and it stayed pretty much same until 2024, so it barely got any revisions, any transmission updates or anything. It was just same engine, same interior, and it started to look very dated, which pretty much kind of killed off the car. It's a really shame because honestly, I would have upgraded this to a Q50. Because that platform, you can easily modify it. This one, there's just not much you can do. You can do exhaust, tune, intake. You won't really get much power out of it, but you're just, you know, doing it for the sake of it. But now we're in a little bit of windy roads, and honestly, this car handles pretty well. You see, this is what I mean. I'm in normal mode, and just the regular throttle revved pretty close to redline. Something that Mustang just won't do. It's just very sluggish in normal mode. So I don't have to like downshift or put into sport mode, any of this stuff. You stay in normal mode and you get on the gas, it's gonna go. This car is very fun to drive. I've been actually debating about doing exhaust on this car, even though the stock exhaust sounds okay. But exhaust on this car can be very touchy subject, because I feel like most exhausts from reputable brands that are intended to make the car louder just make it sound very raspy, and that's where we get the VQ trumpet memes coming from. And I don't know if I want to be that guy. I already have one loud car, so this one, when I get into it, is just like nice and quiet, and I kind of prefer that. We got a wide-knee road coming up, so I'm actually gonna put it in sport mode and maybe downshift a little bit. Throttle is just so linear with this car. That's why I feel like I'm all about having naturally aspirated car, because they just feel, and this is very like having like an all-wheel drive system in this car, this is very confidence inspiring, to say the least. Oh man, I love this car. As a daily driver to the Mustang, this is like the perfect package. We got a cop coming up here. Hopefully they're not coming for us. That was kind of sketchy. I was like, why is he making a U-turn in the middle of the road? Did I do something? But yes, I think mods wise, as we have said on this channel, I mean, let me know in the comments, do you want to see a G37 build? I would like to make it happen if there's enough interest on making this G37 build. But for now, I think I appreciate the car being daily driver friendly, where I can kind of get in, keep the miles off the Mustang. We talked about doing some cosmetic mods. The first thing we did, we restored the headlights, as you saw from like the previous videos. So the headlights look good. I think exterior wise, the car at least looks a little bit cleaner now. We do have one rim or one wheel that needs to be fixed up, because I don't even know what it is. Like it's plasti dip or whatever from the previous owner that looks pretty bad. Other than that, we're probably gonna do some chrome deletes, maybe get some tints. So really minor cosmetic stuff, but if there's enough interest where people want to see the G37 build and you want me to go intake, exhaust, tune, maybe get a transmission tune, because that's where the lazy point is for these transmissions, I'm willing to do that. But of course I want to make sure that there's enough interest, and instead of spending money on this car, I should be spending on Mustang or here. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys want to see with this car? But for now, I think my plan is to just kind of stick to cosmetics, keep this as reliable as it can be, and really enjoy the car. So now we got red lights, so we're gonna wait for it to go green, and we're gonna because we got a straight shot. And again, I'm in normal mode, regular drive mode. I'm not gonna engage the pedals or anything like that, and you'll see this car launches. This car really launches. I'm not even gonna floor it completely, but the the feel that you get. Oh my god. It's like an instant shove. Mustang gets me like that in the sport mode, but this one, just regular mode. I mean, it's down 130 horsepower, but honestly, when you're just driving around town, you don't really feel that, because the car's got a really, really insane pull. And for the amount of money that you can pick these up used, I mean, this one's got 170,000 miles, and as you can see, it still runs pretty good. You've got the check engine light there, but that's been there for a few years now, for an O2 sensor that I've just never gotten around to fixing it. So if you get like a high mileage example, these cars can be fairly reliable. You don't have to get one for 170,000 miles, of course, but if you get like 110, 130,000 miles, these cars will hold up just fine, and they're extremely fun to drive. The one thing about them, I will say, the gas mileage is terrible. I get like around 17 miles per gallon or so. Wait. I just had to. But yeah, I get like 17 miles per gallon, which is actually less than what I get in my Mustang with 130 more horsepower. and having a big V8. It gets me around 20-21 miles per gallon, which I think is pretty impressive for the Mustang. But this one is not so good on gas. So you'll be barely lucky to get 17-18 miles per gallon unless I'm doing like a road trip. Then I can get around 23-24. But that's, I think, where the downside is. Like daily driving this car, you put premium in it, you get really bad gas mileage. So unless you're really enjoying the car and it's not really an A to B car for you, you're gonna start feeling that this car is very kind of expensive to maintain. Not to maintain, but like expensive to run with the gas costs these days. But yeah, guys, I wanted to have this POV style video for you guys driving the G37. The weather's getting nicer, so Mustang is getting a lot more love, and this is getting driven less and less. But I want to focus more on this car too, to figure out what I want to do with this car and maybe do some mods over the summer or when it comes time for fall time. But other than that, I think I'm really enjoying how this car drives. Let me know. I think this I have this car on the channel. Obviously, I want to do more mods, but I want to make sure that you guys are interested in that. Or would you rather see me put money towards the Mustang and keep this just as is and just drive it around, a couple videos here and there? So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video where maybe we've got something planned for this car or we're doing more for the Mustang.